Thank you for this interview. I'm Lokesh Rajendran. I'm the consultant to the Director General at the National eLearning Center, Saudi Arabia. And I've been in the industry over 2 decades now. And I'm very passionate about education and education technology and what impact we can bring in the society overall. Yeah, that's a brief about me. And my role is more into building strategies and consulting across technology, strategy, policy making. Yeah. And I'm very passionate about hands-on, building hands-on, and I'm an advocate of open source technologies and open education and open educational resources. Yeah. Yeah, there are many aspects of the fellowship. It's very interesting for me. One, I see it's more of a validation for what I've been doing over the years is right, and there are many surprise elements as well for me in this program, especially I believe a session we spoke about intention versus attention. So it is always about my intentions, and I pay attention to my intentions, but now I understand these both are two completely different things, and that is something very interesting, a big takeaway. And the way a product is built, there are standard SDLC methodologies, and yesterday there was a session about user journey mapping, and I've done it as part of business model canvases, but that's more of a macro level. But when we went to the user journey mapping, we do user journey mapping, and it's about micro level. When we focus on the features and benefits, we focus on the features, not the benefits. So we narrowed it down to each feature and what is the benefit out of it. That is very interesting. And when you apply in reality, I think that will make a big difference. For me, the surprising element is the academy in itself. It's for online. We are used to getting online programs, attending sessions online, or giving sessions online. But having a live exchange is completely different, and understanding others' perspective and the regional mix we have, different people from different sectors, different positions. And it's quite surprisingly, we have mostly common challenges, but with different definitions. So and in a cohort, when you discuss and try to brainstorm it, and I say, hey, I have a similar issue. Okay, let me do this, and that's very interesting. And the surprising part for me was the design-based research. I'm not a big fan of design thinking, but I adopted it over the years because of my colleagues and my leadership who helped me in understanding this. And we do apply design thinking in our process of development and our thinking. But I never thought of design thinking or design-based research. That was a new thing for me. And I think most of our colleagues, fellows attending this session, were also fascinated about it. I think that is something, a big takeaway for me from this fellowship, and the academy. I think there will be more surprises to come moving forward in the next few weeks that we have left in this fellowship. The interesting thing is, when we have a project, when we propose a project, we go through our methodologies. We have a clear end in mind. We have a clear objective. That's why we propose a project. But applying the right methodology and validating at each stage, it's something that it's going to be interesting, because when we get into work, usually we're more into practice than theory to practice. But applying theory in tandem to practice is something very interesting. So I have something hands-on going on. I'll definitely try to apply what I've learned in this fellowship, and hopefully that will bring in better results. And even my thought process has changed a bit. We had some interesting exercise during the session. One of the question was, okay, come up with a bad idea, really bad idea for your project. We never thought of this, right? We always think of what works. Here's what you shouldn't do. Yeah, that was a very interesting part. Yeah, I like that brainstorming session. Yeah, I'll try it when I go back to work. Yeah, definitely yes, because the efforts made by Cambridge to organize this program, and I also would like to thank HV for coordinating and making this happen, and the trainers, specialists from I think John and Chris from Oriel Square. They're doing a great job, and they're connected. This is very important. They're very connected to the scenarios that we are coming up with. And it's very relevant, I would say. This is more relevant than just throwing up content. It's a real-time, hands-on experience that I'm experiencing. And definitely I would continue this collaboration with them, and I would recommend others to, if they have a chance in the future to join such program, please do. Yeah. Yeah, one thing I would add is, such programs should be on a continuous basis. Usually when people join fellowship, they get disconnected after the program. But it should be a lifelong learning activity, and we should have something to follow up on what did we do, and get back. And probably it could be virtually, or it would be great to have in person. But if not, have an online gathering and see where we were before 1 year. So what impact did this fellowship bring it to you? And possibly have these fellows be part of the future fellowship programs as part of the resources. Yeah, if not expert trainers. I understand there are many experts here, but at least to share what we learned, and I see that there is a continuous feedback being sought from us after every session, and that's amazing, and I see that's the right direction for the future. Yeah, probably a community should be built. A community of this fellow should be built, and it should grow. It should not be different cohorts. I believe we had one sub-Saharan fellow Africa fellowship, and now we are from the GCC, and possibly next different regions. And there should be a connect between these three regions, these fellows, and the community should grow.